So guys, if you want to help support the channel with no extra cost, please use the affiliate link down below. It costs you nothing to support the channel, and it's just a great way of doing it while you're checking out cards that you are always ready going to be paying for. So without further ado, let's get into it.
What's up, Digidestineds? This is Kyle Lee, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we are going to be talking none other than about a market watch. Sorry you can't see my face, but I'm in a different location. So at the moment, let's talk into this. So official store tournament 2025's volume 3 got shown off, so we kind of got some information. First off, we have a Digimon. So Digimon is when any of your blue tamers are played, draw a card. That's not terrible, and we could see this in competitive play. Just in general, when you have blue tamers being played, that's kind of cool. Now you have Digimon. So this is basically for our red decks. It has progress for a champion. That is very rare, but when an opponent's security stack is removed, gain a memory, and then when you play one card with liberated traits and a play cost 4 or less from your hand or trash without paying its cost. So in security, it's not a bad trade-off. It kind of gives you a body, which you kind of want to see. So that means there's some decent support coming. Tweetmon. So Tweetmon, players have been wondering what the heck this is going to do. So it's on play, draw a card, and then when linking, draw a card. So draw for the deck is super vital, and I think this is now fixes a little bit of the issues. I'm sad that Tweetmon is behind a promo, but for the Apley deck, it's definitely needed. Now, again, this is going to be the biggest controversial piece we're going to see today, which gets me super hype. So I'm a big, you know me, I'm big into Apollomon and Diana. So Olympus 12, oh my god, they really went out of their way for this thing. So we finally get a ace for the deck. So on play, when Digivolving to one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4,000 DP for each of your Digimon with Olympus 12 trait, then delete up to 7,000 DP total worth of their Digimon. This is going to be nuts. This might actually make players go back to the Light Fang Nightclaw version, because it does combo really nice with Galaxy, Grace Nova. And then you get to spit this out with the blue tamer basically on your opponent's turn, and then boom, now they're going to be dealing with this Apollomon that's minusing their DP, and it's ridiculous. And then end of your turn, 2 of your Digimon may DNA Digivolve into Grace Nova in your hand, then one of your Digimon may attack. So it's kind of cool that it gave it inheritable, but let's be honest, I think they're going to be revamping the deck a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of revamp, and I mean, we're going to have to see what the Olympus 12 theme is going to be like, because this is definitely a game changer for that deck. Bakuman, lose your power. So on play, when Digivolving, by trashing one card in your hand, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower. It's got retail, just good for the ghosty deck. But who had Millennium getting another support card? So it's a 3 cost, by trashing one card with Wicked God Trade or this from your hand, draw 2 cards, then place this card into the pal area. Okay, filtering that it didn't need, really likes, so that's pretty cool. All turns delay. By deleting one of your Millennium, you may play 1 Wicked God trait from your hand or trash without paying its cost. This is ridiculous. This combos off so much. This is crazy. After this card is played, by trashing it the next time or later, activate the effect below. Delay. By deleting one of your... It's kind of crazy that it's an all turns effect. Someone needs to figure out how you activate it on your opponent's turn, because I wouldn't see this thing activating on my opponent's turn, but I could be wrong. But interesting, we get a Millennium. Deleting one of your Millenniumons, you get to play a Wicked God trait from your hand or trash without paying its cost. Now you can get your Zed Millennium out so much quicker. That's ridiculous. But that's just something we need to keep an eye out on. Oh, boop. Control. That's weird. Tab? No. This was fine a minute ago. Okay. Flareon Regional Finalist Animal Coliseum is $25. Expect this to go up because of new support. Europe side looking like €3 to €5. Might want to snag those up on the Europe side. Quartzmon are about $4.92. This card is just something to keep on the radar, just in case people try to break the villains version of armor of the Hunter's deck. You never know. Quartzmon can pop in and out of the meta very comfortably. Europe side €4 to €6. Pyeldramon release special booster 2.5s are at $17.50. Wow. Looking like $6 for the release of that one. Lord Nightmon Ace textures are $62, going down. Just keep an eye out on this. After, if we get any whiff of Lord Nightmon and this card is seeing play, you will expect this to go up. So just make sure you get your copies of this for max rarity purposes. 75 to 78 euros. Paroxymons are at $11.29 for the alt, going up, but it did see like it dipped down a little bit, which is good. It's definitely a one of, no longer two of, so make sure you pick up one at least. 10 to 11 euros. Lilithmon X antibody alts are going down more and more. We're in the $20 range, which is good to see. I mean, hey, it's been kind of fighting. People picked up this was a little bit lower earlier on in the week. The reason for that was probably for the buy up is because people are finding out you can do a Lilithmon X kind of like with the War Growl, with the new War Growl combination, and you kind of can just do some crazy shenanigans. 16 to 18 euros. Gaiomon alts are at $18, bumping up to 20s. Yeah, get ready for Gaiomon to do something. People are using the Liberator reptile engine to kind of make Gaiomon work right now, and that's not a terrible idea. We'll have to see long term if that holds. 10 to 13 euros. Sangumon alts are at $20.50 to 19s. Europe side 34 to 40 euros. Wow, you guys already bought it out. You never know with this support though. This has future. Now Lord Nightmon X antibodies are at 18s. Yeah, like I've been saying for a bit, if you can snag these for 17, 18s, I think that's a smart move just to be safe for the alts, because you never know what the next competitive version of this deck is going to be like. And it's got more support coming, a tamer at least. 16 to 17 euros. Rashomon Superior Mode alts are up to $25. Knew this was coming. So hopefully you guys were ready for this, because Hunters is back, and this card was way ahead of its time, to be honest with you. The way it deals with threats is so good. Other side, 12 to 14 euros. Pyramidion alts are at $12 right now. I recommend you pick up your copies if you guys are wanting to play this thing at max rarity, because again, this is going to get more support and it's going to lead into you needing these cards. So Europe side looking like 7 to 8 euros. Digimon, kind of awesome to see this card on the lower end of the scale. It's not terrible. It pops in and out of like a $9 range, so I think the deck is still phenomenal. So just be cautious about this. This deck is very competitive and a hold long-term competitive. Now taking a look, 3 to 6 euros. Gaiomon alts are at $20 a pop for the EX4. No surprise here, just because when the deck finally got something, people started adapting it, and God almighty, this thing's gonna get expensive. 5 to 7 euros. Diaboromon EX6 are at 23s to 25s. Now 7 to 10 euros for you guys. I think you should pick up at least 2 copies if you're going to be ready for Diaboromon in BT-21. BT-22, I mean. Close alts, another card that you should probably snag when you can, just so you're not caught off the guard if you guys are trying to max rarity things. I think this is another great card. It's going to see competitive play eventually, because Pyramid was actually pretty decent out the gate, and another wave of sports just going to make it better. 9 to 10 euros. Dino Beamon, being Observer BT16s, coming down, guys. which is good to see. A lot of players are starting to get off the red purple Imperial Dramon. Yes, it's a great deck, but at the end of the day, it's just another deck that people are excited for. Europe side looking like 6 to 7 euros. Dramon is at $36, which might be showing a downwards climb, which is good. Just wait it out, guys. This thing's going to keep coming down. Europe side 28 to 30 euros. Gilmon X's are at $15, starting to bump up. Yeah, I got at least one. I think I need to get a couple more just to be ready for, you know, the big boy. And what do I mean by big boy? The McGee Dramon pop deck is just using a lot of these good cards. Europe side looking like 8 to 10 euros. Examon is starting to come down, guys, which is good for the Examon fans. I know you guys have been saying it's been a little pricey for a bit, you know, being 33s, but now we're down to the 29 range, which is a good falling point. Means it's going to keep coming down. So make sure you get your 2 copies when you want to finally build that deck. 28s to 30 euros. Galactimon, holy cow, once this card got completely yeeted from the deck, it's already down to 15s. I expect this to fall down more. Europe side looking 22 to 27s. Now Digimon store volume winners are at $18.68. No surprise here. This happens when hype is met, and it's just one of those things you make sure you get your copies as soon as possible. You just don't wait. But at least with another month and like another 2 months, I think we'll see this thing come down more. Europe side looking like 6 to 8 euros. Wargreymon rare pulls down to $55. Nice. I expect this to come down a little bit more. Not too much more, but for purposes now, it's not bad. 50 to 52 euros. Venmons are at $2.88. Someone's got a full plethora. Mox Valley games. Europe side looking like 1 to 2 euros. Shine Greymon Ruin Mode alts are starting to climb up. Some people are saying, wow, now Galaxy has access to yellow and probably future purple. Yeah, it will, but I'm just going to give you a heads up. You're not playing Ruin Mode because if they're aces, you're going to die. And you don't want to put aces on something that's going to go pop. 55 to 57 euros. Just crazy to see this thing going up. 58s to 55s. Shadramon promos. Yeah, holding a little bit strong, but we're starting to get, we see a few copies at 45s. If you can snag these on market a little bit better, I would do that, just trying to get the lowest verified going. You know, 40 to 50 euros. Again, showing some downward trend. Maybe the deck is just, people are getting off of it slowly. Destramon promo has climbed up, guys. This thing is now up to 20s. Wouldn't be surprised if this reaches like, you know, 30s to 50s. Europe side looking like 17 to 30 euros. Analog Youths, you know, this thing is now back at the original price of the original rare. That's kind of cool. If you guys been waiting for an alt for this is actually pretty decent priced. You know, 7 to 8 euros. Vmon release stamps are at 24s, going up. Crazy. Europe side looking like 5 to 8 euros. Satellamon is sitting at a whopping $2. I think this is very underpriced, but if you guys are a Three Musketeers fan, make sure you get your play set, guys. This is cheap. Europe side looking like 1 to 2 euros. Destromon release stamps are at $18.49 and climbing. This might have just said, you know what, I'm not maxing this deck. 2 to 3 euros. You guys have it at a good spot there. Wargreymon World Convergence release events are at $6.59. Not bad. 2 to 3 euros as well. Dimetromon is at $13. Again, I expect this deck to get more and more support, means a second line, but with this, just be ready for the next wave to kind of just push this up a little bit more. 1 to 2 euros. Gumdramon, 10 euros. Wow. 2 euros and 80 cents to threes. Navimons are at $13.08. Yeah, for the release stamps is kind of crazy. Europe side 2 to 3 euros. Restroom World Convergence is at $20. Wow, going up. 2 to 3 euros for this one. A War Graumon World Convergence release event is at $8.24. Definitely seen the spike here, but holding strong into the 14s as well once that disappears. Europe side looking like 3 to 4 euros. Gaiomon World Illustration Celebration Pack is $6.20 going up. Yeah, Gaiomon got good support, so that means this card goes up, 3 to 4 euros. Again, this was the support, so yeah. Mastemons are at $6.90. Kind of figured this was where it's going to fall eventually. It's just going to keep falling for a bit until they fix the dex issues. 6 to 7 euros. Heroes starter decks. This is something I really recommend you guys doing sooner than later. Just make sure you get 2 of each starter deck. I really recommend it because, again, this deck is going to be very important. Just make sure you get your copies. I really hate for you guys to miss out on a good starting deck that is just very good. 10 euros, 13 euros. Protector of Light starter decks are $13.98 going down as well. I mean, guys, if you can get them from your LGSs, pick them up because I think you're going to want to have your playsets. 10 to 13 euros. Galamon Illustration Celebration Pack is at $18 going down as well. Good to see it kind of fall down a little bit. It was pretty hyped a bit, but now it's kind of just going down, which is good to see. Europe side 14 to 15 euros. Gaiomons are at 25s, but if the Tweetmon plus everything in it gets another wave, this deck can easily be more expensive. So just make sure you watch Gaiomon closely, pick up when you feel comfortable. Europe side 15 to 17. Yeah, you guys have it in a good spot. Pick those up. Tai Kamiyas, at least get 2 of your copies because this is going to go up more and more. If you guys don't know, it's because there's more support for 3 more waves. So again, ties, at least minimum you want to have 2. Just make sure you get your copies, 28s, because again, if we get like the Omnimon, which eventually should be coming, this is going to be ridiculous. 17 to 18 euros. Medusas cooling down a little bit from that $11. We're down to at least under 10s, but it can hit or miss depending on support, right? Europe side 9 euros 50 cents to 12 euros. Medieval Gallants holding strong at this $80 mark. This thing at least has gone down a little bit, but you guys are going to be having to save every penny just to get this one card. 60 to 69 euros. Wow. But all in all, guys, are you excited for the new promo sets for the tournament packs that releases in July? July 1st to September. Wow. So we have plenty of time for this. But hopefully, guys, enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.